Welcome to Book Cuddle. Today I've got Kim Ann with Lucky for Press Publishing, and she has written 26 books now. This is amazing. I'm so excited to be chatting with her. So the first book we want to talk about, Kim Ann, is your counting series. So you have two, and you said that one was just doing really well, so you wrote a second one. So tell us the titles of both of them and just a little bit to start out about this
Sure.
counting series.
Thanks for having me today, Karen, by the way.
Yes. Thank you.
So my first counting book was called 10 Little Sandpipers. And the reason I wrote that book is I live in California. My daughter was surfing one morning and I was sitting on the beach at like 6 a.m. and I was watching this little sandpiper like run in and out of the waves. And I thought to myself, that needs to be a counting book.
Oh, cute.
So I worked with the Bolsa Chica Conservancy down there to make sure that it's factually accurate. So it is a book about the sandpipers, and it has the fun facts in it, but it rhymes and it's all real things that happen with sandpipers. So this book has been doing really well in like museums, in aquariums. And so then people were asking what the next book will be. So I decided to do 10 Little Starfish.
Excellent. So that's the one I read, and it's so fun. I love a good counting book. And even with my toddlers, preschoolers, I'm teaching preschool now, and the early childhood, they love it. And we love like something that you can read to a rhythm with the rhyming. And it's so classic and it's popular for a reason. So yeah, I think these counting books are so great. I love them. When I saw it, I was just like, yes, let's talk about these counting books.
And it can be interactive, right? So as you're reading it, the child can count along with you. So when we're talking about 6 starfish, they can count to 6, all the way to 10. And I tried to make it kind of more fun, but as I said, it's factually accurate, but it talks about like being in the tide pool from the morning all the way till the nighttime and the starfish like doing their interactions.
Nice. So, and yeah, tell me something you learned new about sandpipers and then also maybe about starfish that you never knew before because you were making these efforts to make these factual.
Right. So one thing about sandpipers, I always see sandpipers like gray and white, right?
Oh, cute. Yes.
They change colors during the time when they're trying to meet a mate. So so I didn't know that. And then the other thing that I learned about starfish, first of all, they're called sea stars. They're actually not starfish, right? Okay. And the other thing is that they can grow back their limbs. So when I was researching about starfish, I had gone to the conservancy. They have the tanks, and there was a starfish there that only had 3 legs. And so I was like, oh, he only has 3 legs. And so they're like, well, they'll grow back. So during the time I was writing the book, this orange starfish is growing a white leg. So I have to go back and see whatever happened.
Yeah, you'll have to go check up on your friend.
Yes.
So, and then as they're growing that white leg, does color come later? Like, does a starfish start out white or did it regrow plain white?
So I'll have to go see. They are all different colors. I mean, in the book, I talk about that. It's like they're red, white, blue, they're purple, because they are products of their environment, right? Yes. And also, the kind of where they're going to hide. So, if they're in coral reefs or things, they are different colors and depending where they are on the planet.
Oh, that's so fun. And you have a vacation series, right? Like I saw the vacation and there was like a dinosaur and pirate. Are those all part of the vacation series?
They are part of the vacation series. The first book in that series, which they can be read independently and not in any order, but that was Where Do Elves Go on Vacation? And the reason I had thought of that is I was sitting there one day on Facebook and I noticed like everyone was posting about their elf on a shelf and had gone back to the pool, right? And the kids are all going back to school and the parents are going back to work. And I thought, so if the elves are working when everybody else is on vacation, when did they go on vacation? And I wrote that book so quickly because it just all came to me.
Beautiful.
And after that, I wrote the Santa and then mermaids, unicorns, dinosaurs, ninjas, and
pirates.
Pirates. Thank you. That was my newest one.
Oh, that's so fun. So that's perfect. Because I was thinking at first that I was like, oh, a lot of these, maybe not we're reading them right now, August, maybe, that they're great because a lot of people are coming back from vacation. So this would be a great way to start the year with these counting books and these vacation books. But then this is going to continue to be popular into fall with the holidays coming up, that people are going to be ordering this Santa and this elf vacation book because we're getting in the season, even though it's about vacation, it's about these seasonal characters on vacation. So that's so fun to hear about what Santa.
And I don't know about like Christmas in July or what that
Yeah.
relevance is, but the series is already, I mean, the Santa and Elf books have already started to sell for the part of the year. And it's really, I mean, they are kind of holiday based. They look holiday based, but they're really not, because it's about where they go on vacation. So like Santa goes to the beach and drives his convertible down PCH, you know?
Nice. That's awesome. So you could read it, you know, in the summer and at Christmas. That's awesome. So I love to have Christmas books. I think I've got 50 now Christmas books. So I'd love to check those out and add them to my collection, because I like to have things just a little different, because, you know, you have a lot of similar ones. And so it's always fun to get something just a little bit different for the big Christmas books to pull out. That's so fun. Excellent. So then you got into also doing these affirmations. Was this through like doing your own meditation and yoga? Tell me how this came about, that you were like, I'm going to do an affirmation book.
So, I mean, I think everyone's noticed the real popularity of affirmations lately. I did co-author this series with another children's book author, Yobi Q. We were helping each other on our author businesses, right? Because we're both successful in different ways. And so once a week we were coming together to discuss, like, you know, how we could help each other. And so one random thought was, we should write a book together. And so Yobi goes, well, what will we write about? I'm like, we should write about affirmations. Right? Because we are super busy women. And that was the first one. Quick affirmation of super busy women. I'm like, we're super busy women. Sometimes your day is just going off track, right? And you have like a split second to refocus.
Yes.
And so that was the concept behind all of these books. So they're A to Z quick affirmations. So like, for example, I have the children one here. So like, I am focused on my day. So you would read this with your child, like before they go to school, we say, take a deep breath. I am focused on my day. We just shifted the mindset, right? We send them off to school.
Beautiful.
Right. And so we have these for all ages.
Give me another children's one.
Sure.
I'm focused on my day. Give me two more. I love this.
Here.
Yes.
I am smart and I will be successful.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And these are really cute. I suggest like you write them on your child's napkins and drop them in with them.
Oh, cute. Right? Yes.
Say them before bed, you know, they give me like the goosebumps when I read them, because you can see like that really can change how the rest of your day is going to go. Right.
Yes. And that's something that I'm really trying to be mindful of. Like, you know, we just moved across the country, and it's really so hard for my kids, ages 14, 10, 7, the 3-year-old too, but more so these older school age ones, starting a new school. And so yesterday was the first day of school, and my heart is just breaking, especially for the, you know, 8th grader that just didn't have anybody to sit by. And he was like, yeah, it was kind of bittersweet. I was missing my old school and I sat alone. And so I'm trying to say these kind of things. So I'm wanting that of all your books right now. Like I was thinking the holiday ones and the counting ones, but I'm really wanting that one. So,
and we do have quick affirmations for super busy teens.
Nice. Oh yes. Hey, right there.
Yes. I had challenged my daughter with writing that one when she was 17. She just turned 18. She moved off to college. But I said to her, I said, you know, we really want to write for this market. The teenagers are struggling. And you know, who better to do it? So
a teenager. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. So kind of a collaborative work with a teenager. That's beautiful. I love it. I love it.
For teen, written by a teen. I think it's kind of fun.
That is great. Oh, I've had really great success with positive affirmations that, you know, the 10-year ago me would have been like, yeah, that's cheesy, but it's so beneficial and so helpful. So I love that you've done that for women, kids, teens. That's beautiful. So you are just crazy busy all the time, it sounds like. Tell me what you do when you need to relax, when you get to go do what you're interested in besides your work, because it sounds like, you know, you live in the dream writing children's books, but what else?
So I am a super busy woman. I have a special needs son who's 20. He was a 1-pound preemie, so he keeps us pretty busy. So yes. And besides that though, I have dogs, and I love just like taking my dogs for a walk. That is where I clear my brain. It is
Beautiful.
where I come up with ideas for new books. I also coach other authors that I consider friends. So I find that enjoyable and not so much as work.
How
Yeah.
wonderful. That's what I'm thinking, is that just sounds like ideal work, what you do to me, like writing and then coaching. I didn't realize about that. That's wonderful. So I'm going to put links below for sure to all of your books, 26 books. How awesome is that? And then, oh, we didn't mention your first series was Ruby the Rainbow Witch, right? How many in
Yes.
that series?
So that was the first book. So several years ago, like a lot of people, I think, I was like, I'm going to write a children's book, being that my son has disabilities.
Right.
And he was in the NICU, the ICU, for 143 days. We couldn't hold him at all. He was a 1-pound preemie, so he was too fragile. So I would basically sit there, I open up the little door on his isolette, and I would read to him. So that's how he got to know me and my voice. And now he still loves picture books. And
Yes.
I've read probably most of the ones that are out there. And I thought to myself, I think I want to write a picture book.
Yes.
So I was just looking for the right idea. And then one day a friend of mine posted a picture on Facebook. Her little girl was about 2 or 3. It was after Halloween. She had gone as a witch. She was wearing her costume everywhere. Like she wanted to go to school, preschool everywhere. And then one day her mom posted a picture and she had these rainbow leggings on with it.
Oh, cute.
And the light bulb went off and I was like, oh my gosh, Ruby the Rainbow
There it is.
needs to be a character. And I still have really high hopes for her. It's a fun character. I have 3 books. The first one was Ruby the Rainbow Witch, A Picture Perfect Rainbow Day. And the whole concept of that is she's a happy 6-year-old witch in a twirly, swirly dress. And she goes around and she just wants to make people happy.
Oh, so fun.
So from there, I wrote one about her losing the wand and how she used friendship to find her wand. And then the third one is called Meet the Amber Fairies, because a couple little girls I know said, well, she needs some fairy friends. And I'm like,
nice.
Yes, she does.
Oh, there we go. There we go. The kids telling you what needs to be out there. So
that has a lot of fairy dusty moments in it, but it's really fun.
Oh, that's so great. So it sounds like you've just been really well versed in children's literature. So can you tell me one of your favorites that you can recommend for us, a children's book?
Yes, and picking one is hard.
Oh gosh, yes.
But I am a classics kind of girl. So The Hungry Caterpillar is like,
yay,
right? I could, and that just flows off my tongue like there's like no tomorrow. Very hungry.
Yes.
And then Green Eggs and Ham is an all-time favorite. And I used to use that one when my son was in physical therapy. And I was Green Eggs and Ham, and he would walk towards me to turn the pages. So that one has a special place in my heart. And just as a side note, I am starting my own little free library very soon.
Oh, how fun.
And I decorated the house in Dr. Seuss.
Yay. Oh, that's so fun. I love it. That's so fun. Well, that is just awesome, Kim-Ann. It's just been a pleasure to meet you and have you on and chat with you. And like I said, we're going to put the links for how you can contact her about coaching or her books and any websites or social medias that's down there. So definitely check out Kim-Ann, and thanks for being on with us today, Kim.
Thanks, Karen. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.